Mr. Rule attended a tourist conference session beginning at 8:45 a.m. and ending at 11:05 a.m. How long was the session? Now, in order to answer this question, we're actually going to subtract. So we're going to take the ending time, which is 11:05 a.m., and we're going to put that on top. So we have 11 hours and 5 minutes. We're going to put the start time or the beginning time at the bottom. So it's going to be 8:45, 8 hours and 45 minutes. That's what we're going to put at the bottom. And so we are going to subtract. 5 minus 5 is 0. 0 minus 4, we can't do that. So we have to go over to the hour side and we have to borrow a whole hour. Now, if we take away 1 hour from 11 hours, that gives us 10 hours. And so we take away a whole hour and we bring it over to the minute side. Now, remember, 1 hour is 60 minutes. So when we take away an hour from the hour side and bring it over to the minute side, it's actually going to be 60 minutes because 1 hour is 60 minutes. Again, we borrowed a whole hour, and an hour expressed in terms of minutes is 60 minutes. And so we actually have is 60 minutes on the minute side. So 60 minutes that was borrowed, I should say. And so we have 60 plus 5 minutes. We cannot forget this 5 minutes that was already there. And so altogether on the minute side, what we actually have is 65 minutes. Now on the hour side, we just have 10 hours because it becomes 10 because we took away 1 from the 11, and we still have 8 at the bottom and 45 at the bottom as well. And so we have 5 minus 5, and 5 minus 5 is 0. We have 6 minus 4, and 6 minus 4 is 2. And then what we have is we have 0 minus 8, but that means that we have to borrow. Basically, we have 10 minus 8, which end up is going to give us 2 anyway. But if we want to if we want to show our working, we'll do the following. We'd say, okay, well, we have 0 minus 8. We cannot do 0 minus 8, so we have to borrow from this side. So this is going to be, we take away 1 from 1, and 1 from 1 is 0. And when we take away that 1, or when we borrow that 1 from the 1, it comes over onto this side. And so we actually have 10 minus 8, and 10 minus 8 is 2. So we have 2 hours and 20 minutes. Now, the thing is that this question wants us to express our answer in hours. So that means that we have to take this 20 minutes and express it in terms of hours. And so that's what we have to do. So what is 20 minutes expressed in terms of an hour? So what we can do, we know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 20 minutes expressed in an hour, we just have to divide 20 minutes by 60. And so 20 minutes in terms of an hour is 20 over 60 hour. And so this is going to be equal to, because we could still simplify this if we just cancel out the zeros. And so let me just show that. Let's cancel out the zeros. So if we just cancel out this 0 with that 0, okay, so let me do that. Let me show that properly. So if we cancel out this 0 with this 0, we're going to be left with 2 over 6 hour. And so if we simplify this fraction again, right? If we simplify this fraction as well, I should say, so we have 2 over 6, if we simplify this fraction, this is going to give us a third of an hour. So 20 minutes is actually a third of an hour, and the number that we use to simplify this fraction, we use 2, because 2 can go into both itself and 2 can go into 6 as well. And so we have 2 divided by 2. What is 2 divided by 2? Well, 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. And so what that means is 20 minutes is actually a third of an hour, right? That's what 20 minutes is. And so what we have here, so how long was the session? Well, the session was 2 hours and 20 minutes. Remember, 20 minutes is simply a third of an hour. So that's going to be 2 hours, right? Plus a third of an hour. And what does that mean? That means that the session, if we add them together, the session is 2 1/3 hours, all right? And so that's how long the session was. If we express everything in terms of hours, the session was 2 1/3 hours long. Next, the question states, Mr. Rule then had a 55-minute lunch break. At what time did his lunch break? At what time did the lunch break end? So for this one, we're gonna take 11:05, right? And then we're gonna add it with 55 minutes, okay? And so we're gonna say 5 plus 5, and that's gonna give us 10. Put the 0 down, put the 1 on top. And we have 1 plus 5, which is going to be 60. And we have 11 plus 0, which is going to be 11. So we have 1160. Now, 1160, so that's 11 hours and 60 minutes. Now, what is 60 minutes? Well, 60 minutes is an hour. And so we have 11 hours plus 1 hour. And so that's going to give us 12 hours. And so the time that its lunch break end was actually 12 o'clock p.m. And so that's the answer to this question. So its lunch break ended at 12 o'clock p.m.